I'm about to make a beat from scratch in 3D. What does that mean? I don't know. I saw like pictures or previews and it looked like that old Windows screensaver with all the pipes. I'm probably old, but yeah, it looked crazy. We're about to check it out. So I said a beat from scratch. I lied. I like to use loops and samples. It's all good. I don't use Splice. I use Looperman. So I really am old, huh? But I took this loop and we're gonna mess it up in Audiocube here. The one thing that I've taken so far from this is that it's about being creative. So when you're stuck and you have writer's block and you have that 8-bar, 4-bar loop and you don't know where to go from there, I think this is where this comes in. I don't know what I'm gonna end up with here. Here's the loop I'm starting with. Or just drag it, Looperman, and we can move it around. So if I hit P, you can hear it. And you can hear how like when I get closer, it's louder and farther away. And then same with left and right, like up and down, like, yeah, pretty crazy, right? You can already see, I'm sure the wheels are already turning if you're a producer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna try to just have fun and play this like a video game and try to make this loop into something crazy. Then we're gonna bounce it out, throw it in Logic, and we're gonna turn it into a beat and see what we can do. I don't know what I'm doing, but these are like the reflections. I built some black walls around the sound down here. I gotta try something different. Okay, I don't know really what I did. I'm not sure that these black boxes are like walls. I don't think most of them are doing anything. Our sound source is right here. I know that this one wall is doing something, I think, and I got these big blue balls that are like effects. I pitched it up. Not entirely sure what I did, but that's what's kind of fun is it forced me to not be so formulaic. It forced me to just listen and have fun. And here's what we came up with. This is what we're going to use for our final sample, and we're going to pull it into Logic, and we're going to make this work. Which is dope, but it's a little bit piercing to my ears, so I knew I wanted to EQ it, and I ended up just doing some creative EQ, and I kind of took out that humming vacuum cleaner sound out of the low end and just left the top end of like the arpeggiated or whatever notes. Right? Then I threw it in halftime because if you know, you know. Now it's already really dope, but then I threw it through Soundtoys Tremolator. This is like, I never heard anyone talk about using it this way. I use this a lot to splice up my loops. I use the fourth note, quarter note ramp up preset, and here is what I'm using as our final loop. And I got that feeling where I want to dance. It's inspiring me to get up and move. So I know it's time to get in and add some drums. So let's do that. All right, now I got a beat cooked up. I threw some drums on it, sauced it up a little bit. Here's what we turned it into. Check this out. Came out pretty dope, right? And I did that all starting with our little loop that we put into Audiocube. So what I think this Audiocube DAW is really good for is creativity. And like I said, I'm just barely scratching the surface. I don't know what I'm doing, but that was the point of this video, to show you a real take on how you might approach it, what you might use it for. And if you're any bit creative at mixing, making music, producing, especially, just watching it, I know it got the wheels turning. So if you want to check it out for yourself, check the link down in the description. Use the code INSWAYN5 for a discount. Let me know what you guys think. What are your ideas to doing this DAW? Because I have it now, and like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like it could be really good for creativity or for writer's block when you know, right here, you're stuck with this loop. Where are you going to go for the next section? I think you could throw it in Audiocube and really mangle things and just get creative and view things from a different perspective. Or maybe that's just how your mind works visually. I think it could be really dope for that. Shout out Audiocube. Thank you guys for sponsoring this video. My first sponsor, gotta show love. Like I said, use the code INSWAYN5 in the description if you want to cop it at a discount. Much love to you guys. InSwayn with InSwayn Audio. Peace.